Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for September 2022. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading for the Cancer Collective, so all of the messages may not entirely resonate with you. That is okay. Keep what's meaningful and dispose of the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull an oracle card, then move on to tarot, and close the reading off with a spell card. So let us get right to that. I hope that you have all been well. It's been quite a while. And for those of you who are new watchers, new viewers, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, thank you. I realized that I was gone for quite a long time, so I appreciate you hanging around. There have been some serious medical issues in my family, and I've had to serve as caretaker, so that is where I have been. Fortunately, things seem to be going in a better direction and are a bit more stable, so I think I'm back. In the event that I do disappear again, that is where I will be, but for now things are okay. So once again, those of you who hung around and are still subscribed, thank you. And for all new viewers, welcome. And if you are so inclined, please consider subscribing. Okay, Cancer, let's take a look. Okay, let's start with this oracle. Identity, recognition, self-awareness, examine. So Cancer, it's very interesting because the energy that I was getting for you over the last couple of days was that there are certain things that you do need to recognize about things that are going on around you. As we know, Cancer, you have a very, very big heart. You are a wonderful person. You are very caring. You include and you invite everyone into your orbit. And that makes you very, very attractive. But at the same time, I feel that that could leave you susceptible to certain things and to certain ill intentions. So I think the recognition, Cancer, means that not everything is what it seems and not everything is as you hope sometimes. And that, again, comes from this overwhelming positive aspect of yourself where you are just willing to allow anybody into your orbit, open your arms to them, friends, family, acquaintances, everyone. So I think this reading is going to focus around that and about how that affects identity. So it's very interesting here in this picture how the individual is looking at something in a locket. As you know, people put pictures of their beloved in a locket and look at it while at the same time holding this rabbit or this hare. So self-awareness and examining something perhaps pertaining to a loved one. I think that's where the significance is, just examining something that pertains to a loved one and how that affects you and your self-awareness. So let's pull some tarot cards, Cancer, and see where this will take us. But I think the energy right now is pretty spot on. And it's in line with what I was feeling intuitively for you. Cancer, as you know, you are the center of emotions of the entire zodiac. You feel everything deeply and profoundly. And that's a good thing because, again, it's about how caring you are. And it speaks to just how wonderful you are. But at the same time, it could have ill effects on you. So this is the card that fell down just now as I was shuffling. Queen of Cups, Eight of Wands. Everything is as suspected. The World. Just going to move things over. Apologies if things are just not lined up perfectly. Two of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Empress and the Queen Queen of Pentacles. Lots of feminine energy here, Cancer. Okay, Four of Pentacles and Six of Swords. This is exactly as I thought. I hope all of the cards are within frame. Let me just do a quick check and move some things around. So Cancer, very first card is the Queen of Cups, and that is you, my dear Cancer. Queen of Cups, emotional, nourishing, emotionally nourishing, full of love, caring, receptive to all of those around her. Again, her and him are being used interchangeably here, but we are talking about the Queen. But this is Cancerian energy. Now, this is followed by the Eight of Wands, and that indicates potential communication, but movement, something changing, something happening, followed by the World. So Cancer, what I see here is that you have your world and you like your world to be just so. And again, you are very inviting, calling and allowing everyone into your orbit. You need to be more discerning of those that you allow into your world. Because sometimes, Cancer, you think that who you are allowing in is one way, but they're a completely different person. What I mean by that, Cancer, again, one of your most positive qualities, and it speaks to just what a wonderful person you are, is you always want to see the good in people. You always see the bright side. You always see people's positives instead of their flaws. And sometimes those flaws could come in quickly and right away, and then you won't know what hit you. So what I'm getting here, Cancer, is that there are people around you who you like, who you're friendly towards, who you have given, you've presented them with generosity and goodwill and good grace, as you always do, Cancer. However, those people are envious of you. Not all of them, of course, but there is one person who you need to look out for. Look out for them, Cancer. There is somebody in your orbit who is envious of you. Number one, they are envious of your very character, of the fact that you could be so friendly and so giving and so loving to everyone, because they're incapable of that. They're incapable of that. So they're envious of your character. They're envious of the fact that everywhere you go, you are so well liked. Everyone has a good impression of you, Cancer. Everybody has something nice to say. If you're in school, it's your professors. If you're at work, it's your colleagues and potentially your employer, your family, your friends. Everybody has nice things to say about you, and they're envious about that as well, because the same is not necessarily true for them. You are perceived as both the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, because remember, the Empress is representative of all of the queens in the deck. The Empress contains aspects of all of them, and Cancer, so do you. So that's why you are a source of envy, and I want you to be aware of that. I want you to be aware of that. I want you to hold close to you the people who matter the most to you, or whatever it is that matters the most to you. But I'm focusing on the people here because I think, Cancer, that your goodness and your good grace gives you a blind spot. This person who is envious of you, of your character, and of how well liked you are, for those of you who are in a relationship, this person is eyeballing your person. I'm going to repeat that, Cancer. This person in your orbit who potentially you consider as a friend, maybe even a good friend. This person, because of their envy, is looking at your partner. Now, this partner might be somebody who you've just gone on a few dates with, somebody who you're interested in, and your friend knows this to be true. It might be somebody who you are in a steady and serious relationship with. It could be a spouse, Cancer. But this other person, if given the slightest opportunity, would proceed in that direction to potentially ruin your relationship. Again, this comes from a place of envy of all that you are and all that you represent, Cancer. So if you are in a relationship, watch for those signs. Watch for those signs, because once it happens, I don't want you to be blindsided. Here again, we have a movement. Okay, movement. I don't want you to be blindsided by this person. If you see them, if suddenly they're like texting your significant other, the person who you're interested in, asking for their opinion, steering conversations even in your presence towards them, flirting with them, whatever the case may be. I want you, Cancer, to have self-awareness and examine these things. I want you to watch for the signs. They might not even be blatant signs. They might be these subtle things. But once they happen, those are the seeds. Again, not blatant. You might not recognize them. They might not even be overt. But those are the little crumbs. Those are the little crumbs. I want you, if you start noticing something along those lines, if you start getting a feeling that one of your friends is kind of like doing, hinting, like I said, texting, showing a little bit of extra attention to your person, I think you need to start steering yourself away from them, for lack of a better expression, to start steering yourself away from them. Be careful with what you share. What you consider to be important to you, what you consider to be your world, hold it close to your chest, hold it close to your heart. In no way, shape, or form am I implying that you should be a paranoid person. Absolutely not. But don't overshare. Don't give too much details. Don't go sharing details, especially intimate details or private details or even cute stories about your relationship, because you don't want to give this envious person who's lingering around you any type of ideas. Cancer, I really want you to be careful. I really want you to be careful. Because again, this person is very envious of you. Some of you are doing very, very well financially. Some of you have a very stable household. This individual may not. You are the embodiment of everything that they wish that they were. Side eye the person who is eyeing what you have. Again, watch out for those subtle little hints, little clues, you might not see it initially, but if you think back, you'll say, why did they ask my significant other's opinion about this more so than they asked me? Or why do they value what my significant other is saying when I told them the same thing and they don't care? If you're in social situations altogether, just watch how they react. I don't want something to come in quickly and catch you unawares. Be careful. Cancer, as I said, you have everything that this person wants. You are the heart of the zodiac. You are the Queen of Cups. But you've got it all. You're the Empress. You make things happen. They're envious of that. You have stability. You create. They're envious of that. They don't have these types of capabilities. Their life might be all over the place. Yours is not. For a small subset of you, for those of you who are not in relationship, there is somebody who you think about fondly, who you have very nice memories of, who you once thought might be an option, a possibility, and maybe it didn't work out at that point. But somebody who you saw yourself potentially with, that person, you might be hearing from them. Again, this card right here, 8 of Wands, communication. And there's all of this retrograde action going on right now. And this is when people from the past come out of the woodwork. So for some of you, that's something that might happen. You saw this person as a serious contender of your attention. So you might be hearing from them. And if you do, there is potentially a future here with that person. But Cancer, this is your reading. Very first card that came out was yours, Cancer. And it aligns with all of the energy that I was feeling for you intuitively. So again, just be careful. You have a lot for others to be envious over. Keep that in mind. So we're going to close this reading with a spell card, and we'll see what the spell card has to say. Okay. So, organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. Nice card, Cancer. Organization. I want you to be organized, just like this card right here alludes to. Be organized and be careful of what you share with others. Don't overshare. Don't give too many details. Be efficient. Have conversations that have purpose. Don't offer too many details. Again, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. As they say, loose lips sink ships, and I don't want anything in Cancer's world to sink because you've got a lot of wonderful things going on here, Cancer. A lot of wonderful things. I mean, just this corner right here, extremely positive, emotionally, everything's going great. Work-wise, everything is going great. Your home, wonderful. So just be a little bit cautious. Okay, Cancer, that is what I have for you today. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate all of your views, and until next time.